falling stars. It's just the way things are. Fall now, fall now. I spent so many days and nights trying to walk this earth, and when I realized that this whole universe trying to sympathize, giving us a via to purse. We ain't got no purpose, so we just search and search, blowing up the sky until the ozone bursts, putting toxic waste up underneath the earth. We wanna live longer and still give birth while all the information gets lost. I only ever hear one song on the radio, all the false reality on those TV shows. So I just hit my pedals at the bassline's flow. Open your mind or I'll show you the door. Just shut your eyes so your soul doesn't know. Shuffle your feet off the dance floor, let yourself go. Show the bare minimum, cause love is sublime and not subliminal. The world owes us as much as we owe falling stars. It's just the way things are. For now, for now. The world owes us as much as we owe falling stars. It's just the way things are. For now, for now.
Sure, that's refraction. Sure, that's refraction. Liars. Liars.
I said, long division is a tiny process. Subtract through the shadows and darkness. Multiply your movements to shine. Add all your thoughts to equal sublime. So long division is a tiny process. Subtract through the shadows and darkness. Multiply your movements to shine. Add all your thoughts to equal sublime. The Lord is us as much as we are falling stars. It's just the way things are. For now, for now. The world owes us as much as we owe falling stars. It's just the way things are. For now, for now.
It's not as closest to my home as it was that other video I took last year, a few years ago. I had a really clear image of it. It had like a structure. I'm on my roof right now. I'm risking my life to get this footage. It's quite cold here. I could slip off my roof. It's frosty here. Yeah, I just think like it's quite far away. I think a few thousand kilometers away, probably as large as a mountain. This is from my years of study of it, not just looking at textbooks and listening to idiot scientists, theoretical physicists that are just theoretical, just imagining making things up on a math board, mathematical equations. Pathetic. How could they deny God looking at this? Just unbelievable. They said, oh, refraction. The light is traveling through space, and there's no particles in space for the light to actually reflect off of. Saying anything to deny God. Just unreal. To deny scripture. It's retarded. If I had just some better knowledge of this camera. I should totally read the manual. More, I mean. I think it's f-stop 2.8. And I don't know what the ISO, I think as low as like, no, the ISO is, I think 25, is that it? I don't know, I'm not happy with this, I'm not satisfied. I want a more clear image of this thing, of this ethereal being. Recently there was a transit of Jupiter and Saturn. They passed one another. I do not believe they are planets that we can actually land on. They are just different types of stars that have transgressed. God told the stars to follow a certain path, and the planets that are worshipped across the earth, they are the ones disobeying God's command. And I believe they are scheming, they are communing with each other. Saturn and Jupiter, they were probably making some kind of plan. Look, the image is getting more clear. Yes, this is what I want to see. Some kind of form of it. It looks more clear. There's a structure, the structure that I recognized before. If you see my other video, you'll see that this star has a structure. And in December, it comes really close to my home. But right now, when it appears as like a ball, it's not in focus. There's a lot of light emanating from these beings, so it's hard to get a clear image of them because their power kind of disrupts the focus of the camera. But it is quite beautiful. But they're not balls of gas burning, okay? You know, we can detect what elements are burning from the color. So what colors are burning from this rainbow? Every star is different. Every star, and they talk about blue shift, red shift. If it's moving farther away, it's blue shift. If it's moving towards us, it's red shift. Just more nonsense to confuse the minds of the sheep. I used to love space, guys. I used to study it like crazy, but they're lying about everything. If this thing's light years away, how can I focus on it? You can barely see a vehicle driving 10 miles away, and you're telling me we can see things light years away? Come on. Don't be retarded. You should see my other video, Stars Are Intelligent, that one. You can see this image, the image of this star very clear. It has a structure. Just unbelievable. Look at the color of it. Should I try different settings, maybe? Maybe unlock it. Off. Yes, do off. Auto lock off, maybe. Yeah, let's keep it like this actually. Darn it, I lost it. I have a cheap stand, guys. I should have invested in a better stand. This thing's on its last legs, so it's gonna break soon. You shouldn't put a freaking $1,000 camera on a like $100 stand. Definitely not. Amazing. Look at it. Electromagnetic. We live in an electromagnetic plane. The sun and the moon are local. You can easily tell by seeing the clouds that are lit. They say there's a full moon. You can see that the clouds around the moon are lit up, but not the whole clouds in the sky. All the clouds in the sky that you can see. And we can see from the sun's crepuscular rays, if you have basic geometry skills, you can tell that the sun is local. You can just tell from the shadows that are cast. You can use basic geometry and just trace the local source. It's about I don't know exactly how, 3,000 miles up, I don't know exactly, but I know it's not millions of light years away. There is no space. If you have a gas chamber and you divide it, say you have a chamber, a glass chamber filled with gas, and you divide it, and you suck out all the gas and create a vacuum on one side, and you divide it. If you remove the divider, what do you guys think is going to happen to the gas? Well, obviously it's going to fill up the other side. It's going to equalize itself. So if you release gas into space, it will try to spread itself out evenly due to the law of, I don't know, I forgot what it was called, but it's just so ridiculous how people think that there's a vacuum in space and our atmosphere is actually held, and they always cling to gravity as the answer. There's no gravity. There's buoyancy and density. If you're heavy, you fall. If you're light, you float. So the gas is just a fluid, just like liquid. And the reason that rivers run downstream is because the gas above it is pushing it down. Just so basic, but we've been brainwashed to not see it. And I know this is an electromagnetic realm. At the center of our Earth plane, where the compass points to north, there is a hole in the center of the Earth. And that's where the aurora borealis springs from. And if it was really like a magnet, then the South Pole would have its own polarity, and we would have another. Once we go towards the South Pole, that's where our compass would point, but that's not what we see. I think there's like some kind of magnetic mountain in the center of the Earth. If you just follow the north compass, you will find. Oh, it's getting more clear. You will find that the aurora borealis. What God made is so amazing. What man makes is trash. Man always tries to copy nature, but they can never replicate its technology. Damn, darn the stand. Look at that, eh? Look at it. There's a structure. I told you, there's a structure in it. Do you see the lines? It's like pillars. There it is, guys. Amazing. I wish I could get it clear. I wish I could see its real form. But we will see everything in the end once the faithful will know all once the judgment, the time has come for judgment. We will be saved. We will learn everything that God created. And we'll get to see everything He made up close. Amazing. Just so amazing. Should buy a new stand. So hard to lock onto it. I have to literally move it manually. I'm gonna put some Dub FX music with this. I like that guy Dub FX. He makes his own beats. He does some. I think he started out just street performing, but now he goes all over the world. He's really wealthy and well off, and God bless that guy. But he always sings about truth in his songs, but he never talks about any truth. He just talks about nonsense, energy, and the same typical new age trash that's not true. I like that guy, but he should be singing about more important things, exposing stuff, not just feeling good trash. Yeah. Okay, now my back's hurting. You guys should see my posture video. Watch my video about posture. Like, has NASA ever showed you guys a star like this, look like this? No. I learned about stars when I was a child, and they are all static, and they have certain colors, they have classifications, and again, if we could detect the elements that are burning from it, so what the hell is burning here? What burns like a rainbow? Every star is different from my observations, my own observations. This thing should get closer and a little bit more. Actually, you know what? It should be closer now. It is December. I think every year it changes, right? Because, like, you know, the stars are all circling above us. Star trails prove that Earth's not moving. Because star trails, if you take a bunch of images of the sky, you stack them, you're gonna get these trails. They're perfectly circular, and they'll circle around the North Star, which is Polaris. But Polaris can't maintain alignment with Earth and have no parallax. That's impossible. And the constellations should be changing probably weekly due to the speeds they're traveling. And the circle trails that are created in the star trails, those prove the Earth's spin, but where's the wobble? There's a wobble. It doesn't show the wobble. So there's so much nonsense that we're taught as children. I wish people could see more. I pray to God that more people wake up and see what I see. The magnificence of God's creation. What happened? Why is it not so focused? Something happened here. Maybe I think some tree branches in the way, actually. Let's find another star. It's another star. The moon's behind some trees. We got the Big Dipper there. What's that star? Let's look at that star over there. You know, some people have these high-tech cameras, and they have like computers that track the stars and everything. I just think that people are trained to see stars differently. You know, the scientists, I was watching on TV right now recently, I have like the NASA channels and some scientific channels, and man, David Suzuki is such a faggot. He's so full of bullshit. He never talks about anything important. He just he's full of shit. He never talks about anything important. He just lies about everything. And he's probably one of them. You know, there's secret societies that rule the world. And let's see, where is that star that I'm looking at here? Is that the one? No, that's over there. Let's look at one more star here. I'm gonna have to change my angle of my camera here. And I saw this observatory, and the scientist, he's like, we've been looking for moving objects in the sky, and we've just found one after 6 years. So he's been sitting on his ass for 6 years and just compiling data, and you see what he's finding. It's just like these little dots. And they're trained to think that these are burning balls of gas millions of miles away, right? With planets and stuff around them. Like, they're not trained to see them the right way. And it's pretty pathetic. Like, just think, like, your whole life is, you're learning something about a lie. Your whole life's a lie. This is a different star. I have no idea what it's called, but it looks pretty. Every star is beautiful. Again, this is not the true shape of it. Is there another star? Maybe another better one? Man, it's cold out here. I mean, I'm in the city, so I don't see, like, you know, the Milky Way and everything that, you know, what I'd love to see, but let's find another star. Let's go up there. It's kind of limited on what I'm limited on what targets I can find, right? Oh, right there. There, right there. It's hard to get them, but I'm an expert, so using piece of shit equipment. This is a Nikon P900 coolpix camera. It's pretty decent, actually. It's better than the 1000, I think. Who the hell wants to carry a scope that's like 1 meter long that you're gonna smash into something? This star is just a yellow star, I think. Let's see, it's shit. Oh, come on. Pardon my language. Oh shit. I have to like hold it manually. That's terrible. Yeah, if I had more money, I'd be studying the stars in a different way, not these nonsense ways. Imagine, you know, the people get paid freaking tons of money just to like study data, you know, like they don't even get to see the real thing. You know, I heard like you'd have to like, it's like even if, I heard times like if you're just a regular Joe scientist and you want to use one of those major telescopes, it's not easy. You gotta like register it and you gotta like apply, you know, you gotta apply, you gotta pay fees, you gotta do all this nonsense, and then you could go there and the weather could be shit, or they could like turn the power off on you and say, oh, whoops, something's fucked up today. And that's what happens a lot of times. These people, they try to like get information. Oh, look, kind of the same shape of that other one, but again, the light is the atmosphere, the chemtrails, the clouds, the haze, the light pollution. Everything's distorting the real true shape of it. If you want to see the closest I've ever seen to seeing the real shape of it, is search that video I have on my channel. Stars are intelligent. Look at that, eh? It's like a different color. It's like gold. Okay guys, I'm going inside now.